Welcome back. You're watching Investor's Guide on ET Now. Happy Diwali for those of you watching at home. We wish you a prosperous new year. I'm sure you're enjoying the lovely weekend with your family. In fact, we have a couple of families that we're looking at on this show as well to profile them and help them sort out their finances and their plans for the future. Now, remember, the advice that we give these families will also apply to you, so you could jot some of it down and use it to plan your finances and your future as well. Our next family that we're going to help is Hiren and his family. Take a look. Little Nia is the darling of the Pujara family, and her parents, Hiren and Pooja, want to leave no stone unturned to give her the best opportunities in life. And they've already started planning for her future.
I have a younger daughter. She's 1.5 years old. I want to know various investment options so that I can invest for her marriage and education.
Hiren also wants to ensure that having a young child running around the house doesn't leave the rest of the family feeling cramped for space. So he plans to buy a home where his entire family can be comfortable.
My question is, I want to buy a bigger home and the EMI that comes is around 19,000. So I want to know various investment options through which I can get 10,000 per month.
With investments in both direct equity and mutual funds, Hiren hopes to get at least 10% annual returns to convert his plans into reality. Alright, so this is interesting. He's going to take a loan of 18 lakh rupees in the next couple of months, and he tells us that's going to work out to about 18,600 per month. Now, the interesting question is, he wants to know if there's money he can put aside that will yield him an interest of 10,000 rupees a month, so he can use that against his loan. That's obviously leveraging. It's really complicated. Would you recommend he attempt something like this, Gaurav, to leverage an investment against a loan?
Absolute. So it's an absolute no, because if you want regular income, then you'll probably end up picking up a fixed deposit or a bond or some kind of fixed income security. Now, the rate of return on that will be obviously lesser than the home loan rate, which means you're saying that I'm putting aside money, generating me 10% return so that I have regular looking at FD rate, and I'm going to pay 11% interest on my home loan. That doesn't make sense. So you're rather better off putting that money and taking more down payment and just borrowing lesser money. But getting into this is absolutely no.
There will be the temptation to say, okay, equity can give me this much money over the next few years. Should I put some money in equity, use that money to pay off a loan? Does that make sense?
No, but there is a catch. Equities do tend to provide superior return over a period of time, but the catch is over a period of time. They don't provide you the return year on year, and it is not a bankable one. And equity over the past 10 years, it has given you phenomenal return. But if you look at past 4 years, it has, you will just be breaking even with your investment.
Vishal is also written in saying that he wants to know how much money he should invest in stocks or any other investment to achieve 9 or 10% a year now. 9 or 10% can actually be given to you by a fixed income investment right now. So is there an investment that you can give him that he can put some money into?
I think there are two things. One, like you said, the current interest rates make 9 to 10% very achievable just by investing in fixed income. And therefore, I think we can afford to be slightly more greedy or ambitious or aggressive, provided we can invest for the longer term, and provided we can take the jolts of taking some amount of volatility on the way. So I think it's important to look at what his tenor would be, and if it is a long-term tenor, then I think a good aggressive or a balanced portfolio somewhere in between, depending on his risk profile, could actually help him achieve slightly better.
Okay, and Rendra, obviously mutual fund investments have been sent in. He's invested about 2.15 lakhs till date. And he has Reliance Growth, he has Sundaram's Tax Saver, Birla Sun Life Equity, HDFC Tax Saver and HDFC Long Term Advantage. So among these, which of the ones would you say he needs to continue investing in given the rest of his profile?
If it is not a regular, if he is not onto any regular investment plan, he has 3 of these as tax saver. I don't know when he gets out of these, and all 3 are reasonable fund. There is nothing questionable about it. I'm little apprehensive about Reliance Growth Fund, but that is that is not a I would not say that it's a fund where he should consider running out of it. It has been an average fund. It is not as good as it used to be, and Birla Sun Life Frontline Equity is the only other fund which I think is worth holding.
All right, so those are the funds that you should continue holding. Gaurav, when you look at his whole portfolio on the whole, there is also a list of life insurance that he's sent in. Now he's sent in a list of policies that he's bought, and he's given us the the premium that he pays every year. We don't know what his coverage is, and it's so important to know what your coverage is, especially when you're supporting a family. So would you suggest that he re-looks at the way he's buying insurance right now?
Absolutely, because from here it seems that he's probably using insurance as an investment product, and insurance is not an investment product. I mean, the kind of expenses that you pay. Also, there is one which is very, very clearly investment oriented product, but others, sum assured. Health insurance is another thing which is missing. That information is not there. So pick up health insurance, life insurance. As far as life insurance is concerned, look at it from risk of covering death. In case of a death of a family member, family suffers the emotional loss and a financial loss. You can't replace emotional loss. What needs to be replaced is financial loss. Since he is the earning member, he's talking about taking a loan. He needs to have a cover. In case of any eventualities, there is enough life insurance to cover his death and other financial responsibilities family will have. So he'll have to go for life insurance in form of term plan.
All right, so get a life insurance for a term plan. Vishal, there's a list of stocks that have been sent in. He has only 3 stocks. He's invested 1.1 lakh rupees in 3 stocks. It's not a very diversified portfolio. Would you recommend he looks at mutual funds, in general as a retail investor? Should he be dabbling with stocks at all?
No, I don't think he should be. I think, this is a bit of a half-hearted sort of effort to be here and there and buy a few, insurance policies as well and have some in savings, etc. So definitely, I don't think it's a good idea for individual investors to get started with, with stocks like this. It's much better for him to stick to a fund or an allocation across assets, including funds. The other comment is that he seems to have 3 lakh rupees in a savings account, which may be much more than necessary for him, unless he is planning to use part of this for a down payment for a house, or he has an immediate cost attached or an expense attached to this amount. But why let it be at 4%, where you can easily earn 9.5 to 10%, just keeping it in a fixed income product, or maybe more if you want to deploy it for a longer period of time.
All right, so don't leave your money sitting in a savings account. At 32, what should be his ideal asset allocation right now?
No, if other things are taken care of, if he is adequately covered, he has medical coverage as well, Mediclaim as well, then I think he has time on his side. He should be with our aggressive portfolio.
All right, so our aggressive portfolio is what we're recommending. Remember, Vishal said don't try and double with stocks, especially if you have 3 stocks in your portfolio, 1 lakh rupees into that. You might be happier and safer moving it into mutual funds, and you can use our aggressive portfolio that's flashing on your screen. Remember, health insurance, life insurance, and then your investments. And good luck with that home loan as well. Happy Diwali, Hirehil. Thanks for writing in to us. On the other side of this break, as a Diwali gift, each of our guests is going to give you one investment idea that you can use over the next year, so don't go anywhere.